Hello and welcome back, and not too long ago I made a video highlighting a lot of dumb decisions and dumb moves that have happened on the challenge, and now today I have a video highlighting some smart moves and smart decisions that have happened on the challenge. So without further ado, let's jump into this smart move that I have first up on this list, and it comes in Season 32 Final Reckoning, where Cam and Kaylee won themselves into power after winning the daily challenge, and they not only won safety, but they got a double vote. Now because of the format of the season of how people went into the elimination, somebody was voted in by the house, and then once somebody was in the elimination, they were able to call out whoever voted them into the elimination with them. So with that being the case, Cam decided that she was going to announce to the whole house that she was between two groups of who she was going to use her two votes on.
Kyle and Brad, and Sylvia and Josh.
With everyone seeming to know where Cam's cards lied, they decided that they were going to burn vote on each other, which plays directly into what Cam wanted.
If every vote cancels each other out, only my vote will matter.
Cam was able to pick and choose one who went into the elimination and who went up against them, because if they voted in using their two votes, whoever they voted would then only have one option that they would have to go up against.
Crazy bitch.
I'm not crazy, I'm just smart.
Now I will say that the end results of this plan are kind of underwhelming, because at the end of the day it would have been the two rookie teams going up against each other, as Angela and Faith were voted in, and the only players that voted them in were Cam and Kaylee and then Devon and Jose. Yet that's not all, because production threw in another twist that happened in this season, where it was the mercenaries coming in to win themselves into the game by playing an elimination. So it was Hunter and Ashley going up against Angela and Faith. This was more of a flex move by Cam.
I'm using this power play not to go after teams, but to protect teams. I want to remain in this house.
And she wanted to use this as a form of protection to help her alliance members in the game and kind of show like, look, I had your back when I had power and I could have done whatever I wanted, but I kept you safe. Another smart move that happened on Season 32 Final Reckoning came at the very end of the finals, where we have Ashley with the decision of taking all $1 million for herself and not giving a single cent to Hunter.
Belittled me, put me down, slut shame me, and also threatened my life and my family's life. I'm keeping the money.
I think this was a smart move for multiple reasons. One, it was a huge payout to where she was the highest paid challenger via grand prize money for many seasons until Season 35. Two, it gave her an open invitation to do any and all challenge seasons from there on out. And three, I'm not a huge fan of Hunter, and also he was acting very trashy to Ashley throughout that whole season. So to me, him leaving with no money was, in my opinion, the smart move. Also was a smart move because those finals were pretty boring up to that point, and so her taking all the money and Hunter asking where his tennis shoes were was the best part of the finals.
Somebody give my tennis shoes.
Now let's go to Season 21 Rivals, where we have in Episode 3, Paula and Evelyn win safety, Cara Maria and Laurel going straight into the jungle, and then there was a decision that had to be made. All the guys wanted to vote in Jasmine and Janae.
I want to know what's going on.
We want to vote Jasmine and Janae.
However, Paula and Evelyn wanted to make a strong move. With a strong team in Cara and Laurel going into the elimination, they wanted another strong team to go into the elimination. Paula was pushing hard in her alliance to put up Camilla and Teresa. Now, nobody wanted to do that. Bananas didn't want to do that. Evan, Kenny, Adam did not want to do that. However, Paula decided to take initiative in the nomination ceremony. She rallied all the votes and she strong-armed her alliance to vote in Camilla and Teresa.
Me, this is not politics. This is actually, for the first time in my life, logic.
As they went into the elimination against Cara and Laurel in the door jam elimination, where Camilla and Teresa were eliminated. And we don't know exactly how Camilla and Teresa would have done on the season together, but I think this was a great move, as the rest of the season was a cakewalk for Paula and Evelyn as they made it to the finals and won. Now let's jump to Season 34 War of the Worlds 2, where we have Jordan and Tori both turncoating on the USA team and going to the UK team.
We're going to the UK.
I think this was a very smart move, because if the USA team still won, they would have probably kept on voting in Jordan and Tori over and over again until they were eliminated or they turncoated. Also, turncoating so late in the game and so few players on the UK team, they could have thought of a chance of like trying to save themselves through persuasion and the way that they played in the daily challenges, and ultimately it worked out for them anyways. Even though they went into multiple eliminations, they still made it into the finals, and they pretty much rocked the finals, especially Jordan making it to the day 2, phase 2 of the finals and winning the prize money. In season 26, Battle of the Exes 2, I think Wes played a very smart, strategic, and political game. From the very beginning in episode 1, when him and Teresa won to the first power couple, they used their early power to get in with the rookies and to get into their alliance along with the veteran alliance.
I'm using this power to set myself up for 2 to 3 weeks.
Then in episode 5, they made the power move to send in Bananas and Nany against their best allies in the game, which was Leroy and Nia, which they got destroyed in the strung out elimination. Also in that episode, we had Bananas and Zach having a tiff with each other, where Wes was able to scoop in with Zach and they agreed to be each other's number 1. The only time they hit a speed bump in the season was when Leroy and Nia won into the power couple. In the power couple dinner, Leroy was 100% going to throw in Wes against Jordan and Sarah, who came in last place on that episode's daily challenge. However, when Wes and Teresa sat down at the table, it seemed like the power had shifted.
It's like the roles have been reversed, like you're the power couple.
Wes told Leroy that he can be Wes's number 1 if he sent in Zach and John A, which, can I just say, Leroy and Nia were working very closely with Zach and John A. So it would have been pretty kind of out there if Wes was able to not only stay out of the elimination, but have Leroy send in Zach and John A. But yet, it happened.
Leroy pulled the trigger. Leroy loaded the gun. I just showed Leroy how the gun works.
Wes and Teresa were on easy street to make the finals up until when Bananas and Nany won themselves back into the game, and then the whole power dynamic switched on them, where Wes and Teresa found themselves in a hall brawl elimination against Leroy and Nia, and they were sent home pretty close to the finals. Staying in season 26, Battle of the Exes 2, we have Jordan and Sarah winning the final daily challenge of the season, stamping their tickets to the finals, but then they had to make a decision on who they were going to send into the elimination against Leroy and Nia, who came in last place in that daily challenge.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Sarah decided to send in Bananas and Nany, as they were the major threat in a finals. Nany had made it second place in the previous season's finals, and Bananas just came off winning free agents. And she knew that if Leroy and Nia could win against Bananas and Nany and send them home right before the finals, that would make Jordan and Sarah the clear front runners. Bananas and Nany were eliminated in the final elimination, and that's where, in the finals, Sarah and Jordan put it into another gear. They were in first place for the whole time, and they never looked back, as they clearly won this finals handedly, and it's because they decided to make the decision to send in Bananas and Nany and have them eliminated. Let's move on to Invasion of the Champions season 29, where in round 1 we have a 3-way tug of war between Nelson, Corey, and Shane. And after watching the women take over an hour in their round 1 in the same elimination, they decided they're going to try to play smarter, not harder, to where 2 guys are going to try to work against one of the other guys. However, this is where Nelson shined in making deals with both Corey and Shane.
Nelson and I are gonna team up.
Me and Nelson, we've said all day we're gonna work together.
Nelson didn't run with Corey or Shane. He ran closer to his bell, and once both guys were off their feet, Nelson kept moving as he got to his bell in record time, in mere seconds, as he stamped his way into the finals rather easily. Now, in my dumb moves video, I talked about Dario and how he messed up in the Bloodlines elimination with his twin brother, but I think he actually made quite a smart decision in season 28, Rivals 3. After Dario and Nicole win the Take It to Your Grave daily challenge, they found themselves in power, and this is where Nicole drops the bomb that Dario's number 1 friend in the house, Corey, is actually having a deal with everyone in the house, including Wes and Nany. And once at the power couple dinner, they call over Bananas and Sarah, and that's when Dario lets the cat out of the bag that Corey has an alliance with everybody in the house, he cannot be trusted, and that he wants to be Bananas and Sarah's third wheel because he knows 3 teams make it into the finals. He knows that Bananas is gonna look out for his cousin Vince, and so why not be the third person in your protection plan?
I respect the talent and how good you guys are together, and I'm here to get some money too.
I thought this was a very smart move on Dario's part, especially comparing other Dario seasons and his decisions in those seasons. But I have to say that the plan was not well executed on the fact that they could have easily gotten second or third in those finals if they would have made it, and they would have been very happy with that because I think they came in with very low expectations once they saw who their partners were in that season. I just thought it was a really great move. It's just if they could have kept out of last place and not been crap and have bad luck on picking out corks. Now let's go to a recent season, season 35, Total Madness. We're coming into the season, the unthinkable happened, and it was Bananas and Wes actually working together on this season.
Team, you're all
And them working together really propelled them throughout the season as they both had very great social games, as Bananas had control of one side of the house, Wes had the rookies under his wing, they were protected on all angles. Also, they were able to get into the tribunal with each other, so when episode 3 happened and CT lost against Jay, then when they were in the tribunal together, they took a shot at Jordan, the only other champ that they were really worried about on the season, and then he was eliminated. That only left Bananas and Wes as the only threats to each other heading into the finals. However, they did not make it into the finals together. As we see in episode 10, Bananas won the Charge the Wall elimination against Wes, and then from there, Bananas was able to just waltz his way into the finals and win $500,000, breaking the Bananas curse and ultimately being a smarter move on Bananas' part to work with Wes than, say, Wes working with Bananas, as it just did not work out for both of them being able to make it into the finals. Now let's talk about a real OG who knows that cash is king. Now going into the final daily challenge of Battle of the Sexes 2, Mark comes up with a plan that the guys will throw the daily challenge to where it'll keep Arissa on the women's team for the finals, as Arissa being on the women's team helps out the men's team immensely. He decides that the team should throw the daily challenge on purpose, then vote him out of the game as long as they win the finals and then kick back some of the prize money to him.
I think we made a really good chess move today.
He also does the same deal in the Duel 2, where him, Brad, and Evan make a deal that no matter who wins, in what place, they'll pool all their money together and then split it evenly between them. This works out for Mark because in the finals, Mark comes in 3rd place, and then 2, he doesn't worry or stress out. He's already known as a challenge champ. He's cool with the money, and he gets to have a stress-free walk through the finals, and as long as he finishes, he gets the cash money.
I mean, I could probably take a nap at this point.
And then the same thing happens in Battle of the Exes, where he is heading into the final elimination of the season, going up against his friend Bananas, because he doesn't think him and Robin can win in a finals against Ty and Emily and CT and DM. He decides that he is going to give Bananas the win, jump on the grenade.
I had to jump on the grenade that night for Johnny, but I'll never do it again.
Lose that elimination, give Johnny and Camilla the ticket to the finals, and then whatever place they get in, they'll kick back some money to Mark. And really, that's a smart move on Mark's part because he doesn't even have to do any of the heavy lifting in a finals, and he still gets a good payout at the end of Battle of the Exes. And the final smart move I have up on this list comes in Season 23, Battle of the Seasons 2012, where we have all the rookies coming together via Frank and the San Diego team working together to get out the vets.
Let's be real. I mean, I'm gonna run this show.
And to me, this is a smart move on Frank's part / San Diego, as Frank was a political mastermind in this game, collecting teams and then picking off the vets teams one by one, easily keeping the San Diego team all together, no matter how dysfunctional they were. Once they got out the vets teams, they were clearly the most athletic, they were clearly the smartest team, and they were able to all 4 make it into the finals and win the challenge in their rookie season. Now, I will say Battle of the Seasons is hard to watch, but when taking a look at the stats on paper, it's rather impressive that a rookie team just came in, took control on day 1, and ran the gambit on a challenge season to where they were able to win 1st place, and pretty handedly, I should say. Albeit they won in a very toxic and disgusting way.
Bite your face off.
That is it for all the smart moves that I have on this video. What is your favorite smart move that I have mentioned on this video? Let me know that in the comment section below. What is the most impressive? And if there is a smart move that came to your mind during this video and I didn't mention it, what is your favorite smart move that happened on the challenge in general? Let me know that in the comment section below. Let me know anything and everything about the challenge down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. While you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be back really, really soon with more challenge content, more content in general. But until then, peace.